Hi everyone, how are you today? I'm going to make a quick video and teach you how to do something with your scraps that you punch with your punches. My friend came over and she wanted to use my stamps and stamp up some sayings and then punch them out so she could put them in her cards. So she's like, I'm going to throw these away. And I'm like, wait, I have an idea. Don't throw them away. I want to make coin envelopes. And she goes, what? I said, yes, coin envelopes. Coin envelopes. So this is what I made. I used some packaging from Flowers and used fabric tack and put glue around it and put it in. And these make great little tuck spots on your journals. You can either do it like that, and you can add in your 1.5 inch tag in there, or you can even do it this way if you want it to come off your journal this way. You can make a floating pocket tab with them. If it can go back in, that would be great. And there's another 1.5 inch tag. So, I'm going to show you one that I put in my mom's journal, Kathy's Garden. So, oops, sorry about the bump. I added it to a flip, and I'm going to add in some different sayings for her. Here's a little scrap that I attached with the little pull tab. I'm going to put that in there. Dream Away. I'm going to put that one in there. Another flower that I punched out. Live the Best Life. And I borrowed this one for this one. This one's going down here. It says Beautiful Dreamer. And this will be in her journal. And I'm going to teach you how to make these really quick. So move this out of the way. You're going to need a book. Your punches that you punched out. Your scraps from that. Some packaging. And I'm using this packaging from a package of flowers my husband brought home to me last night. It's stiff paper. A glue stick. Fabric tack. Double-sided sticky tape. I'm using the one from the Dollar Tree. This works just fine. And I'm going to show you what I did. So you start by gluing 3 pages together with your glue stick. So I go around the edge and then skip across the page like so. Fold that down. Have a gift card here somewhere. Had a gift card here somewhere. That makes it a lot easier when you're straightening out your pages. Add more glue to the next page. It gives it thickness, especially if you're making it a floating pocket. This helps. If you're not, and you're just wanting it in your book, you can put it on your cardstock page, and that is fine. So there's my pages, they're glued. Now I'm going to let that sit for a minute. And then the next step, you could do this two ways. I took my little piece and my scissors. I trimmed off the excess that I didn't want. Laid it on my book page. Two ways you could do this. One is take a pencil and trace around, which I did here. You trace around with the pencil. Or two, that I did here, and I used makeup brush from Dollar Tree and my ink, my distressed ink, and rubbed the ink on, lined up where I wanted it. I kind of liked it off center, and then I just added ink to it and on the sides. Just like that. You can make it as dark or as light as you want, just as long as you see your outline. Like so. Needs just a little bit more around them circles. Just like that. How are you all doing today? I hope you've had a crafty day today. So there's my outline. And then I take this and my packaging and I do a scientific measurement here and cut out my piece of packaging. Let's not do that piece because of the paper right there. So let me cut that off real quick. Don't throw it away because you can use this for the smaller pieces. So, rough cut. Just like that. Doesn't matter if it's bigger because you're going to trim it off just as long as it fits inside of your sleeve there. This is the sleeve, sorry. Inside of your little paper. And then you set this to the side and you take your fabric tack and you can either use the side that you distressed or the other side. I like the white side up, so I'm going to add fabric tack. Fabric tack works great. It dries fast and it adheres the plastic really well to your paper on this part. Make sure you get all the way to the edge with your glue. Make sure you have a well ventilated area if you have sensitivity to glue smells. So there's the glue. And then I'm going to take my plastic sheet. Sorry if that was out of frame. Plastic sheet over the top. You try to lay it as straight as you can and spread it out as flat as you can. because you don't want any of the wrinkles in it. And you set this to the side. And I have one that's already dried right here. Okay. And then you take your page and your double-sided sticky tape. Make sure when you're using this part, your tape is going to be laid in between the areas where you're going to be sticking your cards at, so that way that your cards are able to go in and out of it. So make sure when you're getting ready to tape that you tape around. So you just take your double-sided sticky tape, scientific measurement again, and you want to go off of your ink line because that's where your holes are going to be. So you want to make sure that it's lined up off your holes. And then you're going to do that on your sides as well. You may need to use scissors if you get it too close in between here, like I have done on this one. So I cut my tape in half to fit in between the lines to make sure that I was going to have room for my card to go in between the layers. Like so. Because this is going to create your pocket spot. So there's the double-sided sticky tape. If you take your finger and run over this, it makes it stick a little better. Then you peel your tape, your double-sided spot, so that way you have your sticky side. Be careful so you're not pulling up your book page, because the tape sticks really well. If it's not wanting to stick, rub your fingernail across the top of it, and that helps stick it down till you can find the spot that lifts easier. That's not bringing up your book page. Like that. Then you take your side that has your plastic on it, and you're going to line up your circles. You're going to lay that on, and you're going to smooth it out. Just like that. So you have your pocket spots. And you grab your layers and pull it off, and then you can trim it. I always just rub my fingers over it to make sure it's good and flat. You can use decorative scissors if you like. I just trim around the edging here. You can go as close to the edgings as you want. I always take my paper scrap here and then kind of go over my scissors to make sure I got the glue off of the tape residue off there without cutting my fingers. And then there's your pocket. There. Oop. Make sure you rub it to make sure the pieces go on it. And then you just slide in your little tags in their little spot. There's one. There's two. There's three. And there's your tag. You can decorate it if you want around this, or leave it just like that. You can glue this with glue into your page if you want to make up several of these in advance. And that way you can have them and just put them where you want. So I hope you like that. You can also add lace in between before you stick your plastic down as well. For the little ones, I took two of them, found two of them that would match up pretty well. Folded it like that. Trimmed off the excess there. Glued my plastic on this one and on this one, so that way it had the plastic on both sides, like this one. And then on this one, I also, where the fold was, I left a little bit of this so that way you can see where the top is on that one. So I trimmed it to where that was up just a little ways for that one. Okay. And if you want these together, use washi tape or regular Scotch tape to put around the outsides, so that way it's secured. I have not been able to get the fabric tack to dry on here fast enough and stay together when I was making my demo. So if somebody, you could probably staple it as well if you want. I hope you like that, and comment below if you did. I used my 1.5 inch die cuts. The inside was 1.5 inch. That's what I used. The punch was a 1.5 inch circle punch. And thank you. I hope you enjoyed that. Have a crafty day. Bye.